Day 5 weigh-in. $134. I was really disappointed to see that this morning my weight is still at 134, which is where it was at the beginning of day 3. Most likely, as I said, from eating that fruit yogurt, I had enough energy to process all the food that I was eating. So instead of getting angry at myself and beating myself up, what I did was I went out for my daily walk, and instead of doing 30 minutes of brisk walking, I did 40. And I haven't eaten anything yet. You know, I did this as my first thing to do this morning to start myself on the right track. And I feel fantastic. And really, now that I've gotten over the hump of second and third day where you have a really low energy, my energy is back. I'm going to do the prescribed walking that you have to do every day on this diet. But I'm also going to add in other activities because I love being active. I love exercising. And there's nothing wrong, you know, with jumping on a bike for half an hour as well as the walking. So, you know, I took a negative and I've harnessed it into a positive, started my day off well, and now I am going to have my morning cup of coffee because, oh, I love that morning cup of coffee. And you can't deprive yourself of the things you love. So, yay, day 5. So, we're back in the kitchen. And this time I'm going to show you a really interesting recipe for hamburger beef patties. And because I have basically a pound of ground beef, there's no way that I can eat a pound of ground beef in one meal. And so I'm going to make many patties and freeze some of them and then cook the rest for supper. Hamburger goes into the bowl. And we're going to go with 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. You're thinking, cinnamon? Cinnamon is what you put on a pie. Well, yeah. But you can put cinnamon in anything you want to. Sometimes I put cinnamon in my coffee. And cinnamon has a whole lot of antioxidants in it. So it's really, really good for you. So, you know, if you like cinnamon, put it in as many things as you possibly can because it has a lot of antioxidants which are really good for your body. And now I'm going to do a half of a teaspoon of ground cloves. This is even more so of a dessert type spice than the cinnamon is. And I've got my nutmeg. I'm going to go with 2 half teaspoons of nutmeg. I just can't get the 1 teaspoon in the jar. But yes, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. I also have ground cumin, which is a spice that is often used in curry. And it's really, really good for your digestion. And it has anti-cancer properties, and it's going to smell really weird going in with all these other dessert spices, but we're just going to do half a teaspoon. I'm going to go with half a teaspoon of ginger, ground ginger. I would much prefer to use fresh ginger, but right now I'm all out, so we use what we have. Now right now this is looking like a whole lot more spice than burger, but you want to give it a nice full flavor. You want to be able to taste the spice. There's no point using all these spices and not being able to taste them. We pour our beaten egg into the mixture. This is where we get a little messy. I have a plate to put my formed burgers on, and I'm gonna mix. Mix well. Don't be afraid to have it squish through your fingers. Go back to being 5 years old. Remember how much fun it was to squish the Play-Doh around? Well, same thing. Once it's all squished up, we're going to grab a good handful, form it into a little ball.
especially when you're preparing your food in the first place, think about your portion size. I don't have any problem with having 2 burger patties, but I don't want to make one giant burger, cook one giant patty, get halfway through it, be full, and think, well, I've got to eat the rest of it because I don't want to throw out the food. I'm not much for throwing out food. Nice and flat, like a pancake. While the burger is cooking, we're going to make a sauce for the top with 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala. It's an Indian spice that you can find in most bulk food stores, combined with 2 tablespoons, heaping tablespoons, of non-fat yogurt. The whole house right now smells like cinnamon and nutmeg, which is making me really hungry to eat these burgers. Add a sprinkle of green onion, and dinner is served.